Hello, travelers. We're back again. Jake's with us this time.
Hey, guys.
Decided we'd break in the new space a little more with Jake. So tonight we're going to talk about Sprecher beer. And so those of you in the Midwest probably know Sprecher best for their root beer, but they also make beer that has alcohol in it, which is the best kind of beer. So we did an episode with them. It should be out there on the webs pretty soon. So yeah, we're gonna pour some beers. Troy can probably tell you a little more about the beer here, unless he feels like he doesn't want to talk tonight. I don't know.
We're doing we'll just let Wayne get his talking in.
Yeah,
we're doing the Sprecher Progression Belgian beer sampler, Belgian Progression. So it's Wayne, and you want to read them off? You read them off nicer than I do.
Oh, thank you. It's an ankle, double, triple, and a quad.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
In
Get
Belgian.
your Belgian on the floor.
Yeah. Get your
gotta
Belgian
get
on
up
the floor
to get down. My belly.
So with this, the ankle is not really a style. I think it's just a regular golden Belgian ale.
Is there? Did they use a champagne yeast?
Well,
It's a little bubbly. Yeah.
That Belgian yeast gives you smaller, tighter bubbles, usually a bit more aromatic in its flavor. You're going to get like orange peel and white pepper and stuff like that.
Oh,
that on the
white
nose.
pepper again.
So
yeah.
right now.
Well, it was in the last episode.
A lot of white pepper.
If I would have known we were doing the Sprecher episode after the Belgian episode, I'd probably split those two up. But we don't plan ahead here. So
Yeah. What fun would that be? Planning ahead.
yeah, this is kind of like beer drinking at one of our houses. You just never know. It could be like, oh, third week in a row of Belgians? Cool.
I'm more than happy to do that. Mm-hmm. This is a good beer, though.
No,
Very
yeah.
good.
It's not an overly complex beer, I don't say. I have to say, like, Sprecher started as a German brewery 30-some years ago.
Yeah.
And like the episode's out, so by all means, check out the episode. But they are one of the zaniest, most interesting breweries I think we've been to.
Which you can kind of see in their logo. That it's got a real German feel to it. I don't know if... Well, it's not on my shirt. I got the German flag. But
Yeah.
if you've ever seen the German flag with the emblem on it.
Yeah.
It's got a real
black
German...
eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that?
Or it looks like a griffin.
Yeah, it looks like a griffin.
Gryffindor.
I know griffin when I see it, guys.
No, yeah. You're the expert on griffins.
I'm pretty much the expert in griffins.
All right.
Seriousness aside there for a second, but yeah, so it's like, they're an interesting brewery. They make a lot of weird beers on top of their German stuff, so they're kind of a fun brewery to pay attention to because they literally produce some of the most bizarre styles I've ever had. So Literally, yeah.
Yes.
Malt duck.
Literally.
If you've never had malt duck, then you've never truly lived in the beer world.
So now we're moving on to the double, correct? Yeah.
This is the double, which I've had all these beers before, full disclosure. I had all 4 of these at the Great American Beer Festival, actually.
Oh, so good for
Yeah.
Troy. He
So
was at the
special.
American Beer Fest.
Superiority is a good feeling. But this was my favorite of the progression. I'll see if it holds true tonight. But when I tried this earlier, I liked the doubles, but I am a sucker for a double. You know me. I like doubles.
I really like the nose on it. It's
Yeah, that Belgian sugar cane gives it a lot of fun flavors, spicy, almost like a burnt candy flavor to a certain degree.
yeah. I don't know what it is about that kind of beer. I'm a sucker for a double too.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite.
I think the best double that I had was at Boom Island.
Mm-hmm.
That one I can probably drink. I shouldn't drink 3 glasses of it, but
yeah. I've gone down that road.
Yeah.
And I have never regretted it once.
All their Belgians are top notch.
Yeah, Belgian sugar cane has such a unique sweetness to it that it's almost what makes it fun.
Yeah.
It makes it fun.
Yeah. Well, then that's what beer should be, right? Fun. Beer should be fun. If you're not having fun with beer, then stop
If
drinking.
you're not shotgunning them, you're not living.
You're probably drinking Busch Light if you're not having fun with beer.
So this is the Belgian triple.
Okay.
Once again, if you really want to know about Belgians, go watch our Boom Island episode. That guy has forgotten more about Belgian beer than I know, and I can say that pretty confidently. It's a very complex beer culture. So much layers to it. So hard to like.
Once again, full disclosure, we are not experts on Belgian beer by any means.
No. It's actually one of the country's beers that I know a lot about it for sure, but I often stray away from it or try not to talk too much about it.
I know more about their waffles than I do their beer.
Are there any Belgian waffle beers?
That's a good question. We should probably look that up on Tapped.
Yeah.
Actually, offhand, if you know, as you're watching this video, feel free to comment.
And if you want to send us one,
Right.
Or if you want to send us a Belgian waffle beer, that would be
If you
great.
want us to review a beer, send it to us.
You could just send us waffles and beer. And
I don't know how good those would keep through the mail.
Take a beer, chase it with a waffle.
Could be. Yeah. Well, I'll just make us waffles. If someone wants to send us beer, I will make us waffles. And we'll do that for one of our vlogging episodes.
I would say that this Belgian triple tastes delicious. The Belgian triple that they package regular year-round, it might be the same recipe, it might not be. I don't know. I don't work for Sprecher. But they're this one and also the one that they sell are both very good. Probably some of the best beers they make. Sales-wise, I think.
This one I noticed you can smell the yeast a lot more. Not that that's a bad thing, because I love the smell of yeast. But
Ford brewery. Yeah.
Very drinkable for 8.5%.
Yeah, we should probably start reading off the percentages of this.
Yeah, that's 8.5. The double was 6.5. 5.3 for the ankle.
Yeah.
So we would just assume that the quad is more than...
Yeah, it's like we're progressing.
I mean, I hate to assume, because you know what that does. You know what happens when you assume.
We open more beers, add more frantic paste. I like how this show, we try to do like sophisticated taste, but it just ends up us just fucking pounding beers.
Well, here's the thing.
It's already been done.
You do it every week.
Yep.
My swear count is at like a 1, and you're at, how many episodes have we done? 6. You're at least double that. So congratulations. Anyway, you know what I hate about beer reviews sometimes is that people try to get too complex with it. Too in depth. Yeah, I don't know that anybody's following and maybe they are, and I could be wrong. I'm not following anybody that reviews beers to see what they feel about the beer.
Yeah. I'm
more of following beer reviewers just to see what their general idea about a beer or Don't get too complex into it, because I may feel different about it than somebody else.
That's a valid point. Very valid point. And Sprecher is a very weird brewery, so like it's one of those like they make such a.
Well, let's be honest. Some of the more weirder breweries that we've been to, those are the ones that we like.
Yeah, Valkyrie,
Olifant,
Valkyrie, and Sprecher. As someone pointed out, they both are owned by a guy named Randy and a gal named Ann.
There you go.
And they're
both excellent breweries.
If we could have more Randy and Ann's owning breweries.
I think that's the magic combo.
I think so.
We need to pair all Randy and Ann's.
Team band.
So this is darker than I was expecting for a quad.
Yeah.
Usually quad's a little lighter, if memory serves me correctly. Once again, not an expert, but...
This is 10.5. So we've moved up. Yeah,
2% each.
I get onions on the nose, but that's because I was cutting onions earlier.
Well, I didn't get that.
No. Drink it with the other hand.
There's a nice molasses-y flavor to it.
Yeah.
Syrupy, but in a good way. Syrupy can often be bad, but I'd say this is like I would.
Not to say that a darker beer always is thicker, but this one definitely is.
Very long, sweet finish. You really don't get much of that booze in there.
Not too boozy though.
No, yeah.
No, but I bet if you had a whole one, and you stood up,
I think if you did one of these whole 4-packs.
Well, yeah.
If you had a quad,
you'd be under the table.
Yeah. That's a fun 4-pack, though.
That is a fun 4-pack.
I wish more breweries did stuff like that. It's kind of fun that, like, it's a good teaching element of, like the Yankee being the golden Belgian. You know, it's kind of a good progression through the styles and what you can expect from them. Last beer, and then we're done with Sprecher. This is a Braggot. 2014.
Also, I don't know that I said this before. Sprecher is in Wisconsin. I don't know if you all out there know that we're in Wisconsin. We're in Eau Claire right now. And Sprecher is out of... Well, it's kind of Milwaukee. I don't know what
North Milwaukee area.
North Milwaukee area. They have a lot of different restaurants throughout Wisconsin. So the Dells and
They're actually pretty good restaurants.
I've never heard anything bad about.
They're real family friendly.
Just ate at the Dells one.
Yeah,
the food's excellent.
Actually, after we came back from that weekend in Milwaukee shooting, I saw
we ate there.
Not to promote Travel Channel, but Travel Channel had a special on Sprecher.
Oh.
So
they're actually really quick restaurants too. Like they do everything right there, which is nice.
If you have kids, you get a wearable Griffin rooster hat. So my kids like that.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Glendale. They're in Glendale, Wisconsin. Thank you, Alex.
So we're doing.
It's a darn good thing that I can read that.
Yeah,
How did you do that?
We're doing the Braggot.
Very
So
good
Braggot
eyes.
is a mead beer. Beer,
Oh,
but it's
mead,
mostly
yeah.
honey.
Sure.
It still has a little grain in it to make it technically beer, I believe. Once again, it's kind of an obscure style.
But this is also a 2014, so this is 4 years old.
Yeah. What's ABV on this guy?
Let's see. 11%.
Yeah. Let's keep going up.
Not gonna go there.
Well, why don't we just break out some whiskey next? And
This actually
we'll
really
be under the table by the time we're done with this.
This has a nice mouth coating vibe to it. It coats your whole mouth.
Yeah. You don't really... It's,
But
not,
again,
it's
not-
not very sweet. It's not very sweet.
It's actually surprisingly dry and a little bit of booze on the finish. Mm-hmm. I think maybe a bit more longer of aging might calm this down even more.
Or might bring more of the booze out and lessen more of the sweetness. I mean, there is no sweetness really left. I mean, you can tell that it was a honey beer.
Yeah, it's a boozy, dry beer.
Yeah.
Kind of digging it, though.
Yeah. If you ever get to the Wisconsin, Milwaukee area, the Dells, either check out the restaurant or actually go to the brewery itself. You said...
They do tours.
yeah, they do tours,
Actually,
but it's
a
an
real
old
fun tour.
elevator factory. Is that correct?
It's a 1-4 elevator factory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny.
It's actually one of the craziest breweries we've ever been to. It's the largest brewery we've ever shot. They do about 100,000 barrels a year.
Yeah.
They're bigger than Lakefront and Summit. I think a lot of that's in soda, but yeah, still bigger.
Well, and like I said, there's sodas everywhere.
It's top notch too, as well.
Yeah,
right,
right.
and-
Drink their root beer. Their root beer is pretty
absolutely.
Yeah.
They do some really good cream soda too.
Yeah.
But it's like a fun brewery to walk around because it's all just like stuff he's gotten throughout the years. So
Yeah.
none of it matches. It's kind of all just hodgepodge together, but in the most delightful way possible. It has a real charm to it.
That's what we love.
We like the charm.
Spaces with charm.
They're not
you-
overly thought. You know, they're
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
They just are.
If you know of a space with charm that we should go to next in the Midwest, because there's a lot of charm in the Midwest, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Comment below too about that. And we're always looking for new fun places to go.
yeah. I like.
Anyway, so Sprecher, great. Check them out. I got a little bit of news. So some of you know, I don't know if you guys have followed us or not. Last year, June, I went to Alaska, and I had the privilege of going to Juneau. And I went to a place called Barnaby Brewing in Juneau. And those of you that don't know that much about Alaska is a very expensive place to live. Mm-hmm. Juneau's no exception. And so running a business, obviously, is going to be pretty darn expensive there.
Would you say gosh darn expensive?
I would say gosh darn expensive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, by golly.
Mm-hmm.
You betcha.
You betcha.
Don't you know? Yeah. And so they were in... And I think they were in most of the building, but their tap room was in the basement of this building, and it wasn't very. There wasn't a lot going on. It was just a little room. It was probably it was probably about double or triple the size of the space that we're sitting in now. So not very big, probably about 4 tables or whatever, but some excellent beer, and they were really embracing their Alaskan heritage, I guess. So they were brewing like stuff with like pine, a lot of pine flavors and that kind of stuff, berries that they grow in Alaska and that kind of stuff. So anyway, I thought very great beer. I was very excited that they were up and coming, because we all know Alaskan Brewing. They're out of Juneau too, so very big. They distribute now in most of the lower 48.
Yeah.
So we've all had Alaskan beers, and those are pretty good. But yeah, Barnaby had come to the Great American Beer Fest even this last year.
Yeah.
So they were doing well enough to go there. Long story short, or long story long, they had a fire. And so their place, I believe, if I got the story right, their roof started on fire because a lot of the hashtags that they were making, the roof is on fire. Regardless, when they put it out, they didn't really have a brewery left. So those of us at Taproom Travelers, I think we all like to support good breweries and breweries that we've been to, especially when they're in times of trouble. So even though we're, financially not, we can't do much, what I would like all of you out there watching this to do, just drop them a line. Let them know that you're supporting them. Because I think, even in a down time, just giving words of support, really helps, people out. If you ever make it to Alaska and they get back on their feet again, I would recommend going and seeing them. Juneau is a beautiful city, and it's, walkable. The entire city's walkable. So go and see them if they're back. Otherwise, just reach out to them, tell them you're thinking about them. They say they're going to rebuild, so I'm happy to hear that. I don't know about the timeline on that, but I look forward to Barnaby getting back on their feet again. So
Barnaby.
Cheers to Barnaby.
Cheers to Barnaby.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you guys don't have any more news,
I'm out.
That's right.
Jake's out. Jake's tapped out.
I think a good place to end it, actually.
That is a good place to end it. So all of you out there, drink more beer. Comment below. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We would love to have you there. Otherwise, if you've already subscribed to us on YouTube, find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all those good things. And if you like what you see, give us a shout out. We'll respond to any of your comments, and no matter how ridiculous they are.
Should we say comment below and do this?
Yeah, comment below.
Okay.
Down there.
It's not up there.
Troy's wants you to comment.
Like it right there. I don't know.
Down there.
Down there.
Anyway, from all of us at Taproom Travelers, we will see you next week or whenever.
Yeah.
Prost.
Cheers.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, you can click down below where there's some more episodes for you to watch. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on episodes that you do watch. We hope to see you next time.